a video about all of the different biomes in Subnautica, and this does contain like multiple spoilers about the story. So if you're playing the game for yourself and you don't want the game to be spoiled, then I don't recommend watching this video. So the first biome that most people the first biome that you encounter is the safe shallows, which is this biome right here, and it goes for a while. And inside the caves are these small pods, and they contain crash fish. Now, crash fish jump out of this pod and come to explode on you, which does very much damage. And the second biome most people encounter is the kelp forest. It's this biome. It has lots of kelp, and that's pretty much, it has lots of kelp, and it has these guys, which are stalkers, and they do damage. They're aggressive. And I'm not really going in order of what they'll encounter, but I was just getting the two beginning things. Now, the next biome is the grassy plateaus. It's this biome right here. There are sand sharks, and it's pretty much just all this. There's a wreck. And yeah, that's the grassy plateaus. And another biome is underwater. I mean, well, it's all underwater, but this biome is like deep down. It's the jelly shroom cave. Inside these jelly shrooms are crab snakes. If I can find one. Yeah, like this guy. He lives inside here, and he jumps out and attacks you if you come near. So that's a bad thing about the jelly shroom caves, is that you want to avoid most of these jelly shrooms, which is pretty hard. I've tried before multiple times to do stuff in here, but the crab snakes are very vicious, and they actually come out and they like swim around for a while before they go back in, which is, again, not very good for whoever's down here exploring. And this is a little base. You can't actually live in it because it's full of water, but that would be cool if you could live in it. And another biome is over that way. It's actually an island. It's over this way where this big bunch of clouds is. So we're gonna head over here. This is the yes, this is the floating island. As you can see, down here it's not attached to anything at all. It's not on anything. These things are holding it up. They're actually alive. They don't hurt you or anything, though. So this is an island. There's more tiny bases up here. You could live in it, but nothing inside actually does anything. You can just scan it for resources. Sorry. there's and there is another island over this way where that big group of clouds is, and it's actually like a lot more involved in the story. This is the like mountain island, or as some people call it, the like laser gun island, because once it'll load in, there is a giant gun here. This is like a giant laser. You can actually go inside of it through this part. It's a hallway. And this is basically a giant space laser. And whenever Sunbeam comes to rescue you, it gets shot down by this giant laser. The spaceship starts coming in, and then it gets blasted by this thing. And it looks absolutely insane. And over there is the Aurora, which contains another biome. I'm not going there at night. It is an extremely scary biome, which I do not like. I just want to see what happens if I just go down here. What biome is this? I just went straight down from where I was. And this is actually some of the grassy plateaus. Okay, I'm gonna head back. Whoa, it gets really dark. So, I am going to head back here. This is the life pod. It's actually really glowy. And, so, what biome? I guess I'll show you inside the Aurora. Because once this actually explodes, you can go inside of it through the front. Because that underwater on the front of the Aurora is one of my least favorite biomes. Because it contains a extremely super scary, like, creature that I just prefer not to mess with. This is inside the Aurora. You can actually get in here in survival mode. This is apparently what it looks like from the outside. This is another room, the cargo room. And basically, the Aurora is this big spaceship. It's what you were flying. You weren't the pilot. Your character wasn't the pilot, but the spaceship was going across the sky and then it gets shot down. Just like the Sunbeam does whenever they come to rescue you. Now, what's this? Okay. So there seems to be a giant fireball currently in midair. Right here. Why is there fire there? Why is the water on fire? Hold on. What? How can water catch on fire? This is literally the ocean. Why is it on fire? The water's on fire. Okay. So, I guess the water's just on fire now. That's what it wants to be. Now, the biome behind the Aurora is the same biome as in front of the Aurora. Same with along the side of the Aurora. But there is one major difference between the side, the front, and the back. So the back here has a Reaper Leviathan, and so does the front. Now, if you don't know about the Reaper Leviathan, then, you can like, Google him. He's extremely scary. He's down there somewhere. Once it's daytime, I might see if I can see him. But, hold on. I'm gonna see if, I can figure out, because once this thing explodes, which will actually be in a long time, then things start popping up around it. So, I'm going to see if I can actually do, like, if I can get the thing to explode with commands. So, I'm just gonna be here for a while. So, let's see. You guys don't actually see what I'm saying right now, but I'm figuring out. Okay. So, explosion. Alright, now that's the huge explosion that you see. And that happens early on in the game. This is really loud, but that happens early on in the game. And now the Reaper Leviathans should show up. Let's check. Check on the Reaper. I hate the Reaper Leviathan. Where is he? There he is! There's the Reaper Leviathan. He just went into the ground. But, yeah, that's him. And if there's this tiny submarine that you can get, it's called the Sea Moth. He grabs it, he shakes it, and it looks scary when you're in it. I'm actually gonna see if I can... Hi, buddy. So yeah, he's really big, and he really freaks me out. So, that's that. That's the same thing for the back of the Aurora too. And now I'm gonna see if I can get to the other biomes. There is a biome under this place, a biome under the under the floating island. It's called the Grand Reef. And again, it's a scary biome, but once I see the island here, oh, here it is. So I'll just go into the middle. Sorry. And then I'm gonna go, wait, why does that go diagonally? I'm just gonna go straight down here. Grand Reef. Now this place is, this is the Sea Treader's Path, which is inside the Grand Reef. And it's basically just where these guys, they just walk along and they have little things that pop up that you can mine for resources. Now there's actually a ghost Leviathan here, but I don't know where and I don't really care about finding him. This is a jelly ray. They're cute. I like them. Now, up. I'm gonna head back up to this place. There's a biome over that way, which is this biome. This is the Sparse Reef. I like this biome because there's nothing here that can hurt you. But down here, there's little tiny things that latch onto your arm. It's, they're called bleeders. They're not that bad, though. You can just cut them off with your survival knife. But in this biome, there's an opening here that leads to the blood kelp forest. Now, I hate this biome. It freaks me out. These guys are mean. They're not friendly. This place goes down to another biome that is not so creepy, but it is still kind of creepy. So if we continue this way, this is the Lost River, if it'll load. The Lost River, this is the Lost River Bones Field. That's the Ghost Leviathan. Not the one in the Grand Reef, but the one that lives down here. Now, this guy will attack you. He is very, aggressive, and he is, very dangerous, and it's good to stay away from him most of the time. But if you can't avoid him, you just gotta resist him. Now, if this will load in, this way should be... This is a different part of the Grand Reef. And in here is a research facility made by the precursors with some creepy stuff in it. But I'm doing a video on Biomes, not the research facility. So if I keep going this way, down this tube is the ghost tree. Now, in this biome, there's nothing that is aggressive. These guys don't attack you. It's safe to go in this sludge stuff. These are actually ghost leviathan eggs, but they won't ever hatch. Well, maybe you do, but that might be after you complete the game. In the game, they don't hatch. And then, down here further is the inactive lava zone. Now, the inactive lava zone is pretty dark, and it has some lava. That's really the only light you get till you make it to the active lava zone, which I don't know if I'm in. Yeah, once you find this hole, you go down here and then through here. Now this is the active lava zone, and right at the entrance to it should be, Sea Dragon Leviathan. This guy is I'm pretty sure he's the second biggest creature in this game. He's big, he's scary, he's mean, and he's probably the most aggressive thing in the game. So, you gotta find your way to over here, and you get inside here, and in here is another precursor base. But once you get through here and go down, this is probably the biggest spoiler in the whole game. The Sea Emperor Leviathan. Now this Sea Emperor, she is not aggressive. So she won't attack you. But since I'm in camera mode, she's not actually gonna move because the game doesn't know I'm here. So this is her cage, and you basically gotta hatch the eggs, and then you'll get cured. Now I'm going to head up here, I think. Wait. Yeah, out this way. So, here's Mr. Sea Dragon. This is what it looks like inside of him. It looks weird. It looks really weird inside of him. But yes, he can shoot fireballs if he wants to. Now I'm gonna make my way out of here. If it'll load. Okay. Oh yeah, there's another one up here. Just in case I didn't mention that. I probably didn't. But this is in the inactive lava zone. In here is this place. And you kind of gotta go here for certain reasons in the game. But yeah. And back out here, there's a sea dragon somewhere. Oh, these are lava lizards, by the way. No, not those. Those are lava larvae. Lava lizards. These guys, they're not supposed to glow like that. He's infected with a disease. But this is a dead Reaper Leviathan, which is like probably my favorite part of the game because I don't like the Reapers. But yeah. Actually my favorite part of the game is probably just playing it, but that's my favorite like skeleton because there's lots in this game, which is actually really weird when you think about it. So then back up here is the Lost River once again. And then out this way to, oh, that's the disease research facility, which is what's in the Lost River. Trying to find the other part. If it will load, I might be able to see. I think it's up this way. Or maybe not. So, the Lost River is kinda really actually easy to get lost in. But I'm just gonna go up. And okay. So I came out and that's the bulb zone. And that's the mushroom forest. I'll show you both of those later. This is the location. But down here, we have the bulb zone, which has these big bulbs. And they also have tons of ampules in these craters. And over there, over here is the mountains. There's a Reaper Leviathan in the mountains, right here. He's actually right next to the island. But back in the mushroom biome, here, this biome looks really cool. And there's these guys, my favorite creatures, because they look absolutely awesome. And, so this is the mushroom biome. That's a vent. You can hear it. And, I'm going to go up to the surface and head back to the life pod, because there's some biomes over that way too. Now, I'm going to, real quickly do some things off screen for a second. It won't take very long. So, let's see. Yeah, so I showed you most of the biomes. There's, that place that had the Reaper Leviathan that I showed you. that was the mountains. There's a place that's right next to that. That is the dunes. The dunes is in another mushroom biome, but yeah, that's the dunes by the mushroom biome. There's another mushroom biome. Um, so the dunes is next to that. The reason I'm not going there is it's just really boring. It has another Reaper Leviathan, but it's just hills of sand, as the name says. So then there is I need to go back. Okay. So if I go to the life pod and then look straight that way, there's a biome this way that is the underwater islands. Just straight this way, I think it is. I think so. Should be this way. It's really dark. Yeah, this is the mushroom biome. I'm going to just, oh no. Okay, that was lagging. I'm just gonna head back to the life pod and wait here until it's daytime, because it's really hard to show you things at nighttime. But in the this is the safe shallows, as I said first thing. There's this stuff like brain coral. These air bubbles. If you let them hit you, then you get air. And there's actually only one more biome that I have to show you. So I'll get to that once it's daytime, which shouldn't take very long. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you the exploded aurora, because the exploded version is actually a lot different than the normal version. So let's take a look at this. So over here, you can walk up this, and once you're up here, then you kind of have to walk out across here. These things are mean, they attack you, but they're not that hard to deal with. Because whenever you're here, the worst part is to fall down and get eaten by the Reaper. So after I go across this, then you can't actually go in this, but you can go down here and across this stuff and into this room. And then you can go down here, and I think it's this way, and then this way. And here is the nuclear reactor core, and you can actually fix this with your repair tool. There's like a bunch of broken spots, like this, and this. Now you can actually fix the broken spots, and if you fix all of them, then it fixes the whole thing, and there's no more radiation. But it still looks broken like this, because it crashed. You can't really fix that with a repair tool that's tiny. So I'm gonna head back here. My nice little flame. I don't even know how that got there. I mean, like, why? Is there literally like enough pollution in this water to let it catch on fire? But this isn't Earth. That's a moon, and that's a moon. This planet has 2 moons, by the way. Can't actually go to the moons. even though they look close enough. There's this weird fire. Oh, that's bright. That's actually really bright. So, yeah, that fire, I guess he's just there now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this fire, but he's here now. I mean, he's making smoke. Maybe people will see me. Think that? Do you think that's enough smoke? No. It's got to go, like, way up. For some reason, pressing space makes me go forward and up. But, it's gonna... This fire... It's, Why did that sound like a splash? What splashed? Did something jump out of the water and then splash? Things are... What splashed? What was the noise? Who splashed? But if you continue this way, gotta stop and let it load. It's not here, by the way. It's actually... Oh, that's upside down. The exact opposite direction. Oh, that's a reef back. Should be this way. Stop. It load. Check where I'm at. Okay, let's keep going this way. And... Oh, this is a kelp forest biome. Keep going. There should be an underwater islands biome. This way. Yeah, it should just be like straight this way. Where is it? Where's the underwater islands? Where are they at? They're so big. How could I have lost them? Oh, he's a reaper. I must be in the dunes. Yep, in the dunes. I'm gonna pull up the map again. I need to see where it is. So if you go to the mountain island, and then it's apparently left from the Aurora. So this thing right here, let it load, as it will. The mountain island. So it's left that way. Oh, it's down this way? What did I think? I think it's down this way. Yeah, here we go. This guy lives there. Where's your islands, buddy? Where are your friends? Buddy, where's your islands? Your islands. Where are they located? Are they deeper? There should be a bunch of little islands. Is this one of them? Yeah, I think this is it. I'm gonna let it load. Now, there isn't just only one. There's like 20, maybe more. This one's really big. This isn't actually the bottom of the ocean. Oh my god. He just flew. Okay, that was fast. So yeah, they're being held up by these floaters. I don't know what's holding these tiny rocks up though. And this is like the big main island. This is probably the biggest island, but there's a bunch of these tiny little ones with like small cave systems that go down here, and then out the bottom, and then next to it, this is the northern blood kelp. This is different than the one that I showed you last time. This one has a ghost Leviathan. Ayo, hello. So there's this guy. He's just chilling here. And I think there's a crab squid. Yeah, this is a crab squid. They're super creepy, they do a lot of damage, and they turn off electronics close to them with an EMP blast, that stands for electromagnetic pulse, but you probably already knew that. So, this is like really creepy biome. I don't like. See, they kind of have some floating islands, but they're being held up by these roots and some floaters. No, there are actually floaters in the over there in the safe shallows, but they're not huge like those floaters are. Those floaters are huge. They're called ancient floaters. They're over 4,000 years old. The floaters that are like adult age, like those are like super, super old floaters. Thousands and thousands of years. Adult floaters, like, floaters, like, ages, like 100 and stuff. Like 100, 200. Maybe some are 500, but we really only see the 1,000-year-old ones and ones that are like 50. I'm trying to find some, but yeah, here's some are. So these are the tiny floaters. They're actually smaller than the player. Those other ones were as big as the Cyclops, which is, as you again probably know, is a giant submarine. Now they're holding up this rock. If you take them off, the rock falls and hits the ground. But that's pretty much all of the biomes. I didn't show you the dunes, but that's just some like waves of sand with a Reaper Leviathan. So that's pretty much the episode. There's one more thing. In this biome, there's these little dripping stingers, as they're called, down in the caves. But that's pretty much everything. I think I covered all of the biomes. I didn't go to the dunes, because again, there's just some wavy hills of sand and the Reaper Leviathan. You already saw the Reaper, like 2 times. So, I think that's it for now. If you liked the video, then leave a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe. So, that's the end of this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.